ultimately the Lakers failed to get Anthony Davis. Where do they move from here? What needs to happen now?
Well, now each of the players understand that this is going to be our squad. Try to master your role. And what Rajon Rondo did was a terrific example of leadership. This is why having vets on your team is truly important. You notice they didn't say LeBron. They said Rondo took 8 guys. And so now when you get those guys and you challenge them to be the best versions of themselves, you see all of a sudden Kyle Kuzma has confidence to make a late 3. You see Brandon Ingram has the confidence to take this ball when they're denying LeBron James. Because normally that player stops and try to do whatever they can to get it to LeBron. So I appreciate the fact they came out and played with a maximum effort, losing by 40, and then down 18. That's a character test, and they passed it yesterday.
Well, look at the late 3 situation, what you're talking about. LeBron's calling for the ball. One more is probably the right pass, right? It's probably the best. But Kuzma's like, no, I got this. I thought he was going to go J.R. Smith on him. Like, what? Yeah. You know.
No, yes.
But it's one of those moments where I think so much during this trade deadline, these young players were fragile. And we saw it in the postgame after they played the Pacers. I mean, it was really depressing to listen to those guys talk after that game. Now to come back, and yes, Rondo, great job getting their competitive juices back, but I think more than anything, these guys now know they're not getting traded the rest of the season. So while they know they're probably going to get traded in June, they're not getting traded now. So now they're like, you know what? The rest of the way, I'm doing what I do, and I'm going to do it well. And I think you're going to see a better team because of it.
Take it from somebody that's been traded a couple of times. That's the one thing that comes out of trade rumors when they don't happen. It's like, okay, now there's a fork in the road. I'm going to be here the rest of the year, but I got to look out for myself now as well. And that's what I saw a lot of yesterday from that team.
That's what I thought. It was taking kind of the ownership at that point. And you saw the way that Kuzma was playing and the way that the young guys kind of bucked up. I mean, losing by 42, that's embarrassing. We talked about that for what, the 24-hour cycle?
There was a separation on the bench.
They were lucky that the trade deadline happened so we could stop talking about that loss. But I also like the fact that it was Rondo, the guy who brought everyone together because he made the play at the end of the game. I mean, it takes a veteran. Not just anyone can make that decision and bring a team together. You know it takes a special person on the team.
Absolutely, and he has to garner the respect of the other guys. And so what happens when you're LeBron James, he's probably in the most unique position ever in the league because also what happened in Indiana, when fans are chanting, LeBron's going to trade you, that's supposed to be your teammate and your peer and your homie. But you know that he has so much power that actually there's some truth to it. So that's a reality check as well.
And I think really what we saw yesterday was a little bit of empowerment for Luke Walton as well. Because if this thing goes sideways again when they're down 18 and it goes down to 30, all of a sudden now we're looking at Luke Walton going like, how much longer is he going to be their coach?
And people still contend Luke Walton is a really good coach.
He's doing a good job.
I'll tell you this, if he gets let go from the Lakers, UCLA should be calling him right away.
I'll tell you what, he would have been
Where you go to college?
UCLA.
Got it.
Bruin
Got
over here.
it.
Listen,
come on, Luke.